Long before they put the strap on you, there are several signals which indicate a pro wrestling organization believes in your talent, in your potential. We're going to break each and every one of them down next, until we make it. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. If you are passionate about the craft of professional wrestling and you're never done learning all about it, then you have landed in the exact right place, my friend. What are you waiting for? Go ahead, join the Till We Make It tribe. Subscribe down below right now, or take your participation, your education in pro wrestling to the next level by joining our community over on Patreon. You'll find a link to it down below in the descriptus. And as of this morning, there are 546 exclusive posts and more coming out all the time, just waiting for you to unlock for as little as $5 a month. Come be part of our community. We would love to have you. Today, I want to break down 7 indicators that a pro wrestling organization believes in your talent. Some of them are kind of overt. At least 2 of them are pretty subtle, so you're going to want to pay very careful attention. Before we dive in, and before the runtime gets too long, this is where I must ask for the engagement. Will you leave a like-a-palooza down below on this video? It tells YouTube to share it with more people. I could really use the help. Thanks for doing that. All right, let's dive in. Up first, I think it's a pretty clear indicator that a pro wrestling organization believes in your talent if they produce vignettes in advance of your debut. They are dedicating time and resources to developing your personality and character to their audience before you even show up in the ring. And why is this such a clear indicator? It's because they are putting advanced thought into how you are being featured and attempting to give you an advantage over someone who comes in without any of that being done. Someone who does not have vignettes produced in advance of their debut, they basically start from ground zero and have to pick up speed and work toward getting over from there. But when vignettes are produced in advance and delivered to their audience, it's a massive leg up. And there's a reason why companies don't do that for everybody. The second signal that a promotion believes in your talent is that they book enhancement matches for your benefit. Now, if you've been watching some of the recent videos on this channel, you could probably tell enhancement matches have been on my mind a lot lately. And what does this indicate? It indicates a company's willingness to dedicate resources exclusively to getting you over. They are paying someone to come in to enhance you. They are dedicating ring time, carving out a space on a crowded lineup just to enhance you. And in the case of a television company, they are taking their most valuable resource, television time, and using it exclusively for your benefit. That's how you know they believe in you. It sounds like a helicopter is about to land like on top of me. I don't know if the microphone is picking this up, but I'm pretty sure a helicopter is about to land on me. This third one is easy to miss, so you need to be on the lookout for it. In any given week or month or television cycle, you are assigned as many promos as matches. What does this tell you? They are giving you as many opportunities to get your personality, your gimmick over as establishing your in-ring values. And that's key. Half of the recipe is the audience understanding your personality, or in the case that you have a gimmick, getting that gimmick firmly established in the minds of the audience. It is every bit as essential to your success as the in-ring time you'll be dedicated to showing your values and even building up equity in your finishing move. When there's a nice balance between those two, as many promos as matches, that's a very clear indicator they have plans for you. This next one is a tad subtle. If the commentators approach you to make sure they're getting all the details right for when they call your match, especially names of your proprietary moves. You know what I mean by that? So let's say that your finishing move is an arm capture Argentine backbreaker, but you call it the Towering Inferno. They want to make sure they get that proprietary name correct. This is an indicator that bigger things are already in motion behind the scene. They are trying to give you every advantage to get over from your first appearance on forward. This next indicator might seem obvious to people from the outside looking in, and yet I know tons of working pros who just overlook its value. It's when the promotion features you in multimedia and in advertising. So if your character turns up in video packages right out of the gate or is prominently featured on posters, this is a really strong indicator that the company believes in you because they are willing to put you front and center in their presentation. I think this next one is the most obvious on the list. You know a pro wrestling promotion believes in your talent if they book you over established talent strong with your finishing move. And to be clear about all of this, that means you're not winning with a flash pin, you're not winning with a roll-up, you're not winning by some technicality. You're winning in a fashion that is clean and clear right in the middle with your finishing move. This tells you they want to build equity in your finisher, and that takes resources. The only reason they're going to dedicate those resources to a new character is because they believe in your potential. The last one on my list is a little nuanced, so listen carefully. If the promotion has a storyline in place for you by your start date, that's a very strong indicator they believe in your talent. And to be clear, I don't mean that the storyline begins on your start date, but in advance of that, you've heard the storyline pitched. You know who you're going to be programmed with. You have a rough sense of how long that arc is going to take. If you know all of that by your start date, I think it's a clear signal that they have things planned for you because they're entrusting you to be featured in a storyline. And the only reason they do that is because they believe in you. So what did I miss? I know you want to tell me. Go ahead, type it down below in the comments. I'll meet you down there in a second. If you need to build a character that will resonate, that can get over, that is built to last, start with my book, 7 Keys to Becoming a Better Performer, a book that I wrote for fellow pro wrestlers. Links to it on Amazon and Audible are down below in the descriptus. That's also where you'll find a link to my Patreon page, as I mentioned at the very top of today's video. It's only through that support that I'm able to keep this channel growing. So if you value the type of content I'm making here each and every week, show your support. Come join us over on Patreon.